Welcome back everyone to the Hello World Guy. This is yet another episode of the C++ for Beginners series, and in this video we are going to learn about basically how arrays and collections work. So that's the idea of this video. The idea with arrays is that an array is basically a collection of objects, and you can use either C style arrays, which are kind of not what you should use, but you can use C++ arrays, which are much better. So we are going to create an array. So in order to create an array, what you need to do is you need to include the array file, but we are not going to include the array file. Instead, we are going to include a vector file, the vector file. Now vectors are similar to arrays in many ways, but an array cannot be changed. So you cannot change the amount of variables in an array. So if you put 5 variables in an array, if an array of size 5, which is a collection of 5 variables of a specific type, if you've got that, then you cannot change the size, but in a vector you can. So we are going to use vector instead. And what we are going to do is, remember, everything is from XDD, but we are using it, so we can just say vector. And what you do with vector is that you put a like you do in there. So you put this this, what you call it, angle brackets here, and then you need to kind of add the type of array. You can put array here if you want an array. We are going to do vector, and you can put the type of variable that you want. So we are going to say account here, account. Then we are going to just close this account, actually, why not, yeah. And then we are going to basically put the name of the vector, which is going to be accounts, or this for short. So the idea with this is that we will allow our user to have multiple accounts instead of one account, and that would make everything quite easier. So what we will do is we will not actually have it like this. So once we do all of that, then we will we are creating an account like that. But what we will do is we will go to our accounts, many accounts that we have got, and we are going to go ahead and say accounts dot push underscore back. Now what that wants is that you can put it a variable, and it will put that variable in the back. So that's the idea. And we are going to actually take and put our account variable at the back. Now what that does, actually not the account variable, just paste this whole line here, and kind of change this ACC, and this will basically create a new account. So if you don't put a variable, it will call the constructor and create a new account with these properties and put that here. And now the idea with the thing that will happen now is that we can basically ask our user what account he wants, and we can also make it allow the user to add more accounts as he wants to do, which will make everything a lot more organized, and it will make the user allow the user to have multiple accounts easily. So this pushback function will basically take this account constructor, and we will create a new account which we will not put into a variable, and we will put that in the accounts vector, and that will make it a member of the vector. And the idea with everything will be that we have got a bool, and we are going to also add an int here called we are going to call it just number, I guess, or yeah, just call it number, and this will be the number of the accounts that we are using. Now we will not use our account variable when we are doing anything, but instead we will take the first accounts thing, and the way you do that is you put a pair of this after that, and then you put the number here. So the indexing, so this is the index, this is the number which starts at 0. So the 0 will be the first value, 1 will be the second one, and so on. So we will basically put it like that, accounts, and I'm going to put number here, number dot, and let's actually go ahead and why not copy that, actually copy this thing here, and I'm going to basically paste it here. So go here, press Ctrl V, and that will paste it. And we are going to do it with literally every account thing we have got here, and you can actually delete this account variable now because you don't really need that, and wherever it's giving an error, just replace it with the correct thing. And yeah, like that we have got rid of all of our errors. And now we have got a much awesome thing, which is that we have got this number, which by default is equal to 0, and since our vector always contains this account push forward, this will never push an error. However, if you use a number that is not that is like larger than this, then it will cause a lot of problems. So we will do this, but we will also allow the user to change the number. In order to do that, we will basically go ahead, and after this we are going to say, we are going to add another transaction here, which will be change account number, change account number. like that. And we will obviously add the n here, so we are going to actually, why not just yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and just copy one of these so that I don't have to write all of that before again, and paste it here. And then I'm going to change this to case n, and this will ask the user to how much, whether how the number that he wants to enter. So we will go ahead and put this, and I will say select account number, so I will say enter, or maybe I will say which account, which account, and we will take the number here like that. But before we take the number and we set it to that, I'm going to go ahead and add in an int here called old number, which will be that previous number, and we will set that to the number before changing it. So we will set that, and then in the end what we will do is we will go ahead after this number, and we will check if our new number, so we will add in if statement here, if our number, that the new number that we have got, is less than, and we will go ahead and say accounts dot length. This length function will give us the number of variables that account has got accounts dot size, actually not length, and like that, and it will give that. And now we can basically, if the number is less than that, if the number is actually greater than or equal, the reason we are adding or equal is because this starts at 0 while this is telling us from 1. So we will add greater than or equal, and if that is the case, so that's the case, then we will just say maybe just say cout, we will say invalid, and just put a exclamation mark after that and put a new line maybe, but we will actually put that into C error for common error. And then we will set our number to be our old number, which will kind of reverse what we had before. So this will basically make everything work correctly. Now this, I'm going to end this video here, but in the next video we'll learn how to actually add a new number, which will make everything work perfectly. So we'll do that in the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. And if you can actually try to do that by yourself, make sure to try, and I will see you in the next one, and bye.